This is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, and you can find me on Sleepy Wisdom, which is on YouTube. And let's see what the feminine energies are bringing this week. Feminine, the feminine, the beautiful feminine. Oh, look at that. That is the Wheel of Fortune. So she's on an upward spiral. The feminine is really leading the way this year. I feel like for all of the through this myriad changes that we're going through from the 3D matrix into a higher level of understanding and frequency. Oh, she's very, very independent financially on every level and very grounded at this time. Also, to going out into the bush, I feel like for the feminine, going out into nature is probably. And spending time with loved ones and family is really important, and also friends, other feminine friends, you know, some that have that feminine energy rather than the masculine energy, because the masculine world is falling, and the masculine is falling within his own sort of structure as well. So those who hold the greater amount of feminine energy is where we find our peace at this time. And nature, of course, because nature is so feminine and giving anyway. And we also have, so we've got two queens here. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, which is about being unconditionally loving and kind, which is and grounded as well. So, you know, the feminine is really, you know, in deep communication with herself and her higher self as well, you know, in the form of whatever deity or, you know, that's on an outer level, but also to going within and finding the truth of who she really is within her own self, her own structure as well, but also to in the form of finding other feminines as well. The feminine energy, you know, is really coming through. We've got another queen, so the Queen of Wands, very intuitive, beautiful, charismatic Queen of Wands, who is literally the most beautiful, probably, you know, physically beautiful of the queens. Very alluring, and that is and that's who she is. You know, like that's how she. Oh, but then we also have So we also have celebration, marriage can also mean, but we also have the devil energies here as well, which can also mean like sex, but not in this way. I don't feel like that for that. I feel like there is some drama that is occurring for the divine feminine if she doesn't stay in these energies. Okay, so a really hard thing for the feminine to do is to literally watch what is going on around her. She begins to see the crumbling of the old world structure, and it is quite difficult to watch, you know, but she's actually being asked at this time to literally go within, but also to coalesce with other feminines. And in the form of friends, family, and also nature. Anything that is of a feminine nature, of a nurturing nature. That is where she's asked to place her energy, because that is literally the higher frequencies of unconditional love, and that's where she finds her sustenance and her nurturing, and for herself. And so that's where the feminine is being asked to place her energies at this time. We cannot actually help the divine masculine in his fall. We can be there to support and to be unconditionally loving, but there is nothing that we can do. Once upon a time, in those old toxic energies, we would have saved and rescued. Now that is not the time to do that. It is time to allow the masculine to fall and for the feminine to rise and be in those energies, to keep that energy in higher frequency, if that makes sense. And that, of course, happens from within as well. And as we go through these changes, what will happen too is with these energies, we'll begin to balance them out within our own structure as well. But at the moment, if you are in a greater form, if you are in a greater energy of the feminine within, then you will literally probably be asked to not tap into that darker side, the masculine side, allow it to fall away so that, and place all your energy within and also outwardly nurturing and being kind to oneself and others, if that makes sense. So really step into that feminine energy. The masculine must go through the changes, as within, so without. For a lot of, I mean, we all house the masculine and the feminine energies, and it's about finding balance at all times. But literally, it's really hard for the feminine at this time to witness the male, the masculine falling. And so for the feminine, it's about allowing the masculine to fall. And whether that actually happens from within or in an outer level, it is literally, it means the same thing, allow. So that might mean that, you know, the feminine energies are about being more than doing. And so it could literally just mean being instead of doing so much, and allowing that doing to fall away. Okay, so here we have Judgment Day. The Judgment Day card has been coming up a lot in these readings, all my readings lately. Nostalgia about the past. We also have the same sort of card about unconditionally loving and moving into calmer waters. So as we begin to move into these calm, centered aspects of self, in the beingness, in these feminine energies of being, we'll move out of chaos into calmer waters. So yeah, and that will mean couples with friends, being around babies, family, just being, you know, most feminine thing you can do is just to allow and to be and to nurture oneself, therefore others. Yeah, so moving away from conflict within, therefore without. This is happening very slowly, but there is hope in the midst of all this difficulty. We will literally come out the other side more autonomous and more in individual authority over oneself. So there we go. That's what we're moving into, and also just visualizing what it is we'd like to see in our in the future of where we're going, of who we are. The Fool jumps out into the unknown. So once you begin to just be and allow the doing to drop away, you'll be able to literally jump into unknown energies as the Fool, innocent, not really knowing where you're going or what you're doing, but it really doesn't matter because that's the energy of the new earth, which resides within each and every single cell of our body and beyond. Yes, beautiful, beautiful justice is coming for all and moving into unconditionally loving energies. Okay, so that's all I have for the feminine. I hope this makes sense, and if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.